Hi, it's Mark from Mark of the Cyberbeast. Today's episode is going to be an underglow lighting. We've got a product from EV-Base. EV-Base. They've got a great underglow lighting kit that's actually pretty easy to install. So, why do I have my front up? Because this is where we're going to power from. Your power source at the front. Now, a couple things we're going to talk about before I show you the installation of this. Number one, the underglow lighting goes underneath. There's two sets of wires, okay? One wire goes on the passenger side, one goes on the driver's side, okay? One is gonna have the front that goes along the underneath front of the vehicle, and that also goes along the side of the vehicle. And the other one is going to be mounted underneath at the back of the vehicle, and then also go along the passenger side of the vehicle. They're going to meet up front, where you're going to go ahead and use what's called a wire nut. Okay, it's those caps that you've seen that you put two wires together and you twist it on there. What you're going to do, that again, we're going to do a couple things that are not in the instructions. That's just good practice. Number one, we're going to use tape over those two wire nuts to make sure everything stays in perfectly and doesn't rattle off, okay? Don't want any shorts. The other thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make it extra clean underneath there. This is almost 2 years old, this Cyberbeast, okay? And I know the undercarriage is probably pretty ugly. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna lift this to extract mode. Now, they also say to put it on a lift. That's great if you got a lift, makes it real easy. But instead, I'm gonna go ahead and put it in extract mode. I've got a little piece of styrofoam plastic thing, whatever, and also some cardboard. I was just gonna put that underneath so I don't get my shirt all dirty. And I'm gonna use initially some alcohol, and I'm gonna clean up where, because it uses that 3M double-sided tape for the lights, I'm gonna go ahead and clean it off first with that. Now they give you alcohol in pads, and I might follow it up with a second pass with the alcohol they give. But I want to make sure it's very, very clean, because the cleaner it is, the better it's going to adhere. The other piece of advice I'm going to give you is to go ahead and lay everything out underneath first. Don't lay it out. Don't install it first and then run the wires. You kind of want to lay it out underneath, kind of see where it all goes, see where the wires are going to go. We're going to talk about how to remove this plastic front cover. It's going to be pretty straightforward. You got, we did this for another episode. You got 2 bolts down here. You've got 4 bolts at the bottom. You're going to pop off this piece on top, and you've got a couple other pieces to take off. You're also going to disconnect your button for your front open, front close down here. And then this whole plastic thing pops out and moves over. And then from there, we're going to have access to your 48-volt wires. Now, in the kit, they provide with you a step-up transformer to go from the 48 that it's supplied to the 12-volt that's going to run the lights, because those lights are 12 volts. The other thing I'm going to do, that it doesn't come with the kit, you don't need to do it. They tell you to just wire it directly there with, they have these like butt connectors, right? And it's a great way to do it. It's a permanent way to do it, but I kind of like the ability to take things in and out. So what I'm going to do is I got these extra, because I got these for my jet skis. They're auto-rated waterproof connectors, okay? And basically it's 2 wires on each end. I'm going to put one set to where the hot is and the ground is, and the other one to the light set. And I'm going to use the same butt connectors there and make it a nice waterproof connection. But at least this way it has, and I'm going to show you this, so don't worry. It is a easy connector. It squeezes on and then squeezes off, and you've seen these auto connectors. They're pretty straightforward, pretty generic. So at least this way I can take it on and off as I need. Also to your power converter from your 48 to 12 volt and your controller, they're gonna have Velcro, adhesive Velcro that it comes with, and you're just gonna mount those so they don't go rattling all around. But the reason why I have you lay everything out is because we're gonna run the wire underneath, and we wanna make sure that everything lines up. You got plenty of wire. They give you zip ties. You can make sure there's nothing dangling underneath. You don't want to be having loose wires go over a branch and have it yank the whole thing out. So we're going to make sure it's mounted as securely as possible. I understand I'm giving you a lot of prep work for this video. I'm not here spilling, my guts to give you lots of airtime to watch. I want to make sure you know what to look out for to install this. It's a very inexpensive light kit from EV Base. We have the link for it in the description. Does a great job. Uses an app to control the colors and how you want it to work. We're going to show you that at the end of the video, how it all works when it's nighttime. But right now it's like 2 o'clock. It's bright as heck. You're not going to see the lights on in here. But I want to give you the whole rundown on the installation. The installation is going to be pretty darn straightforward. The thing that's going to take the longest really is probably getting the alcohol and cleaning up underneath the truck, because again, you want that 3M tape to really get a good adhesion. I'll tell you, if I didn't have to clean up the bottom of that truck, this install probably would take 10 minutes. But we're gonna go ahead and put this in extract mode. I'm gonna go get my parts I need to do this, and we're gonna come back and show you how to disassemble everything and do the install. Okay, I know some of you may be a little squeamish about taking apart your Cybertruck. I gotta tell you, don't be squeamish. It's not really as hard as you would think. So, a couple things I wanna show you with how you have to disassemble this. And just so you know, I have a couple parts in here you may not have. Also, another thing you're gonna note is the frunk is dirtier than you realize, and it's kind of good you're taking this apart because you're gonna wanna clean some of it up. So, a couple things I wanna show you. I'm gonna try to get down as close as I can here. Right over here where I have this cargo netting right here, normally you would just have a slot right here. You would just pry open that slot. They give you one of these orange things, just pry it open. Mine's already open. I've got these screws here and the covers on there. Okay, hopefully you can see that pretty well. So basically I just remove the covers. These are 10mm bolts. You're gonna wanna either use a ratchet or go ahead and, I use my Milwaukee, boom, 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 pops right off, no big deal. You just don't wanna over tighten these because this is plastic, so just be careful with that. So you have 2 there, 2 here, and then on each corner, you got 2 here, one on this side, one on the other side. This, you can see it's just threaded, okay? So this is gonna be in there kind of like that. You're just gonna unscrew it, and this piece just pops right off. Next thing is right here. You just get your pry tool, your orange pry tool they give you, and just lift it up. This is just, as you can see, 5 different white pops, 6 different white pops, pops right open, okay? Real super easy. Finally, you're gonna make sure you have your extension on this. There's gonna be 2 bolts right down here, one here and one over here. And those are gonna be, again, 10mm bolts, look just like this. You're gonna pop those off, just don't drop it, and you'll be fine. Once that comes off, what you'll see is your cap for your one maintenance item you do is your windshield wiper fluid. This is ready to pop off, but there is a disconnect right here for your front button. Just go ahead and take that wire off, and this whole thing is gonna come right off. We're gonna see what's behind it in just a second. One more thing I forgot to mention is after you unscrew this cap on the bottom right and left, you also have to pull the other piece out. And again, right here in the corner here, if you can see that in the bottom, just twist, pull that out. And then what you'll see, again, I told you about before, is just pulling out your switch for your frunk open and close. And what you're gonna see right over here, I've got blue tape on mine. I think this is kind of like their default way of showing you this is where your 12 volt is. Right here, this is where your 12 volt power is. You've got 2 wires in there. Now that is where you're gonna connect to, but you also have to run the wires underneath. So it's at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing in extract mode, raise it up so I can get underneath and see the best way to run that wire, and everything. We're in the home stretch right here, aside from me cleaning out the bottom of this truck. Yuck. Okay, so what I did was I ran the lights underneath the truck just to kind of get an idea of where everything is. And there's definitely going to be some extra wire. That's why they give you zip ties. You got to make sure it stays tucked out of the way. So you want to kind of lay it out there first. I have not cleaned it yet. That's what I'm doing next, but I wanted to show you the hookup over here. So I snake the wire. Thankfully I've got one of these grabbers. Hopefully you do too. They're pretty cheap at like Home Depot. But I just grabbed the 2 wires that were, it's gonna be hard to see, sorry about that, right down here on the side, okay? And so we've got this right here. We've got Velcro here on double-sided tape that we're gonna mount over here. And we've got this right here that I pulled apart. You've got the red wire is gonna go to the red wire. The brown wire is gonna go to the black wire, and you do not use the green wire, okay? What also you're gonna see is a QR code on the controller. You're gonna make sure you scan that, and that's for your app, okay? Now, this wire was just ran underneath here, okay? And I connected it with these fancy dancy connectors they have here. Just screw on, no big deal. So what I'm gonna do is I mentioned the quick connect, and that's what this is right here. Just a simple little quick connect. So I'm going to get some connectors here and solder them in just nicely pretty. But this way I've got a connector. I could always unplug these if I wanted to unplug these. And after I do that, I'm just gonna go ahead and clean underneath. I'm gonna go ahead and use the 3M tape to the bottom. What you're gonna see is underneath here, I've got running boards. Many of you may have running boards too. So you cannot mount it directly. I'm gonna go underneath here. At my old age, this is gonna be not as much fun. But hopefully you can see your over here is where your running boards are going to go to. So you're going to have to run the strip right over here on the outside of it. So right there is where I'm going to clean up and mount it. Now, if you didn't have running boards, you can actually go in further to the side of the vehicle and put it right over here. But I'm going to have to go more medial with it than lateral because of this right here. And if you're thinking about getting running boards as well, you may want to just go ahead and go right outside that bolt and put it right here at the middle of the first lump in that battery that's right here, and go offset from the bolt. It's not a bolt actually right here, it's just a rest right here. So there's the first valley, you're gonna go more medial to that, and that's where you're gonna put your lights. And it's gonna go straight to the back. And I'm gonna end up zip tying a lot of wire because this right here has got some extra wire in it. So you want to make sure you're not, you just don't leave anything dangling, okay? Cannot stress that enough. So I'm gonna do some cleaning, and I'm gonna adhere some 3M tape and kind of show what it looks like. Go from there. So again, put the power on for your frunk, download the app, it should connect, and then we're gonna show what it looks like at night. But this goes right back together pretty easy. You've had half a dozen 10mm bolts that go right in. There's 2 plastic pieces here on each corner, get dropped right in. And this goes right back in real easy, don't be afraid. Hiding the wires, hardest part besides cleaning up the undercarriage. But we're gonna see how this looks in just a minute. We're gonna wait for the sun to go down and take some videos. So I'm pretty excited. Pretty inexpensive way to do a step up transformer. Step up, step down. 48 to 12 volts, I guess is stepping down for the lights. Real easy, it gets tucked right away over here. Again, the only thing that takes time in this install is cleaning up your undercarriage, zip tying everything, making it nice and neat. The actual installation itself is really darn easy. It really is. So don't be afraid of it. We're gonna go ahead and do some video at night, but don't forget, before I forget, like, comment, subscribe below, and EVBase, the link for your undercarriage underglow lighting, will be available right there with Mark's special discount code.